Hey, Slash, how you doing, Buckaroo? So I'm working through, I don't know, I'm 3 months in now. I really got to get through this stuff about more than I thought I did. And I got a lot of IPAs I really need to power through. Uh, so I've got two I'm going to have with you. This one is one of my favorites. Gosh, it's amazing. And I love everything I have had from this brewery. Fatheads Headhunter India Pale Ale. 7.5%, 80 IBUs. I mean, a lot of folks call an IPA that big, they're double, and this is just their IPA. That's what I love about this brewery, man. They are not playing around. This thing is just so gorgeous. 2023 Gold American Style India Pale Ale, and I can see why, man. This thing is just so incredibly gorgeous. A lot of big citrus on the nose, accented by some tropical fruit notes. This IPA is just wow good, man. And since it's the smaller of the two that I'm having, believe it or not, that's why I thought I'd have it first, even though it does have great big flavor. Uh, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Festivus, Happy Kwanzaa. If I left something out, I apologize. That's all I'm aware of, but I know there's more things going on. So whatever you're celebrating this time of year, I hope things are going well for you and your family. I know it's a tough time of year for a lot of folks. A lot of depression sets in. A lot of folks are estranged from their family. So I hope you have a support system out there. It can be difficult for my wife and I because we lost our son to cancer back in 2013, and it is difficult. But I try to be thankful for what I have. My wife, who stuck with me for 30 years, even through that tragedy we both went through, we're still together. My daughter, an amazing daughter, two incredible grandkids. I mean, you know, to borrow from Joe Walsh, I can't complain, but sometimes I still do. Life's been good to me so far. Uh, yeah, I do consider myself lucky. There's some things that I might have done different over the years. Maybe I wish our financial situation was just a little better, but I am grateful for what I have, especially at this stage of the game. I'm lucky enough to have my third act career, and I'm saying that by age. This is my third act. As I'm pushing 60, I got lucky. I got lucky. I got lucky. I got lucky. I fell into something that I really love doing. I mean, I enjoy going to work. I mean, there are days I'm tired like anybody else. We got to go to work. But I enjoy being there, in the past job near the end, especially the last few months. I mean, every time I grab the handle to go in, I can feel my heart rate going up. But now, it's a joy. I get set up. I know who I'm going to talk to that day. It's just a joy. And the folks I work for, I'm almost 60 years old, folks, and I've had a handful of careers over the years. These are the best people I've ever worked for in my entire life, so I do count myself very lucky going into this Christmas. Um, I was working two jobs this time last year, and I got rid of the other one back in, I think the end of February. I think it's when I finally said no more. And I just had my yearly physical, and everything looks good. Of course, I need to lose some weight. I am aware, and that's something that the doctor and I talked about. He said, but we'll tackle that after the first of the year. You enjoy the holidays. But having said that, my blood pressure was lower than it's been in quite some time. Cholesterol was way down, but good cholesterol was up. liver and kidney function were perfect. So, I mean, everything has improved from last year. And the only thing that I've really done different, well, is I eliminated the stress, right? Oh, we've made some minor diet changes, and I need to make some major dieting changes. And like I said, after the first year, we're going to get serious, and I'm going to, I have a goal. I don't want to say it out loud, but I do have a goal. But I did make some improvements, let's say, over the course of the year. Just not as much as I would have liked. But this coming year, I feel like we can really make a difference. I'm not going into the new year with this is the first time I've ever got into a new year with minimal stress, right? So I'm very excited about that. I'm working through, man. I had a great time in Columbus. Um, Found a lot of great beer, hit a lot of great breweries. I didn't hit this particular brewery, but I was able to find the beer. My wife and I are planning on going back to Ohio next year if things work out. We'd like to get to Cincinnati to, spend a couple of days at the Jungle Gyms. Yeah, we're those kind of people. We're planning a vacation around a very large grocery store. This is what happens when you get old. The things that interest you change. I mean, knock this back. I might get to beer number two here. Oh gosh, I love that beer. So it's from Madtree. I didn't get to that brewery either. It's one that's going to be on my list next year. Double Juicy India Pale Ale. But I found this beer as we were working our way back at the Jungle Gyms in Cincinnati. Double Juicy IPA from Madtree. This one's at 9.5%. It doesn't give me IBUs, but I'm sure it's huge. Oh, mercy. Oh, excuse me. I've been cutting back on the beer drinking, so I've still got a lot of these IPAs, and I'm not sure why I bought so many. It's just kind of what I saw, I guess. Oh, let's get this. And the fact it was September, but it was still rather warm outside. I wish I would have just thought, okay, in a month or two, it's going to get cold. I wish I would have bought, barrel aged or imperial stouts, but I wasn't thinking that way because the weather was so nice. Well, actually, that day it was rainy, but nevertheless, I just, as a mindset, I wasn't thinking, winter beer. But I wish I would have. I don't know why I bought so many IPAs. It just, let's buy this. And then I didn't realize that until I got home. I said, that's an IPA. That's an IPA. That's an IPA. That's an IPA. So, holy crap, why'd you buy so many IPAs, Tom? Anyway, sláinte. I've been lucky enough to try some Madtree products before. From a friend had sent me some things. Oh God, this is just pure deliciousness. It's just pure deliciousness. Yeah, it's just pure deliciousness. Oh gosh, is that a word? Deliciousness. Yeah. Sometimes I make up words on the air, especially having a 7.5% and a 9.5. Nevertheless, it's delicious, man. I do want to visit Madtree though. Fatheads, I don't know that I'll get to them because of where they're located. I think if I can read this here, Middleburg Heights, Ohio. I don't know if I'm going to get close to them next year. But I really like to. But yeah, we are planning to go to Cincinnati. I honestly don't know if it's going to happen. I've got some. We got to get the bills cut out from this vacation first. But that's kind of the goal. We hope to get to that point. And if not, we'll kick the can down the road a little bit. But we both enjoyed Ohio. We both enjoyed the whole trip. we ended up spending 2 nights in Indianapolis, and I'm glad we did because I really enjoyed Indianapolis as well. I hadn't been to that neck of the woods. I hit some great breweries and distilleries there, and then we got to Columbus, Ohio, and man, it was just a lot of fun. And then we stayed at the Brewdog Hotel, which was, I don't think it meant much to my wife. She was finding little things that were wrong with it, but for me, I don't care. I mean, everything. There were so many things I loved about it. The small things I ain't sweating. But then again, she wasn't reaping the benefits that I was of the place. Being overlooking the barrel room or the sour room didn't mean anything to her, but to a beer geek, oh look. Being right there in a brewery, I mean, it was just amazing. And I gotta admit, I wasn't the biggest BrewDog fan before I stayed there, but trying some other beers there, I mean, I've had some of their stuff in cans over the years, and I've never disliked anything really, but I just never thought anything that I had was incredible. But I did have some rather incredible brews there, so my mind has changed about them a little bit. What's remarkable to me about this particular beer is it's 9.5%, and you cannot taste it at all. You can taste a lot of beer, you taste a lot of flavor, you taste a lot of tropical fruit, you taste a lot of big juicy IPA notes, right? But you don't really taste 9.5%. I mean, if somebody had just handed me this beer and said, "Oh, you got to try this IPA," so I might think it's 7, maybe 7.5%, but I would have never thought 9.5. It is incredible. It is so easy to drink and so approachable at this ABV. That's what's a little bit scary. Because it's just so easy to knock back, man. Uh, oh, man. But I did find a lot of great beer. That was kind of the thing. Maybe that's why I bought so many IPAs, because I just found so many things I liked, or breweries that I knew I was going to like. I'd had this Headhunter IPA before, but it had been so many years I really didn't have a clear recollection of it, which is mainly why I bought that one. The Madtree, I've had some products from them, and I had some friends that love the hazies and juicies, so I mainly bought that 6-pack to share with a couple friends. And maybe that's why I ended up with so many IPAs, because every time I bought a 6-pack of something, I thought, oh, so and so would like this. So and so, yeah. It was never, oh, Tom, you're gonna love this. Yeah, it was always, oh yeah. I always had somebody else in mind that I knew was gonna love that beer. Anyway, I digress. Uh, in case you haven't figured it out, no, I'm not really. I'm not really in this place, but I was trying to be festive, It is Christmas time after all, as we get ready to head into a new year. Trying to be optimistic, but I'm a little nervous about how things are going to go down the next 4 years without getting into politics. I am a little concerned, especially for a lot of my friends in the LGBTQ community. I am concerned. I'm very concerned for a lot of friends. Very concerned for folks like myself. I mean, I'm not quite there yet, but folks that count on their Social Security and Medicare, about that ending. But I don't want to end this video on a bummer, so I'm going to try to stay optimistic until there's a reason to not be. There's no sense focusing on the negative that hasn't happened yet. And that's something I've tried to learn, especially as I've got older. It gets so easy to say, but this can happen, that can happen. Well, a lot of things could happen. There's no sense worrying about it, because you worrying about it isn't going to change that. So let's all take a breath, enjoy our family, enjoy our friends, enjoy the holidays, whichever one you decide to celebrate. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist. Every once in a while, I got a little pearl of wisdom in there. Hey, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and all around good guy. Merry Christmas, y'all.